I'm a heartbreaker. My name? Maniac. Hey guys, it's me, your friendly neighborhood POKEMANIAC, coming at you with another episode of Pokemon White version. In the last episode, we explored Driftveil City, and we had our heart broken by Charles, who was a heartbreaker to the very end. But we learned a cool new way to battle, and we also got here to cold storage, which came highly recommended from the workers who were literally singing about it while they were not on shift. So kind of crazy if you ask me, but let's see what that's all about and get this episode started. And of course, it wouldn't be a work site without Pokemon battles. Am I right, guys? Workers can carry Pokemon and loads. I am a youngster. You really could have phrased that, like, way better. I'm close to my Pokemon, and we all cooperate happily. All right, and we're going to go ahead and get ourselves into a battle. Let's see what this youngster Kenneth, let's see what he can do. By the looks of it, not too much. Alrighty, and we're going to go ahead and throw Morpha right back out here because we're still having to switch train because we don't have an EXP share yet, but we are running into a Pokemon we haven't seen thus far, thank you, Youngster Kenneth, and that is Carablast. So, Gandalf, you tried to lead them over Carablast. And if that failed you, where then will you go? Well, Carablast is a Pokemon, an interesting Pokemon. It is the Bug-type Pokemon. It does have a counterpart in Pokemon Black, and if you trade them, you get brand new Pokemon, but it has to be specifically them if I'm not mistaken. Now, that might, I think that's how it happens. I've never used one in my life because, you know, I've never really had anyone to trade with, and I didn't have enough money back then to buy both versions, let alone 2DSs. Oh, this is so painful. All right, but that's not the important thing. The important thing is Morpha wants to learn Recover. Heck yes, we are going to go ahead and give Morpha Recover. We are going to go ahead and get rid of Snatch because we're really not going to be utilizing that anytime soon. Could be handy and competitive, but we're not in competitive now, are we? And we defeat... you're closer to your Pokemon than I am. You hit the nail right on the head there, Kenneth. Are you sure you're not a worker? Because you really nailed that one. But... moving right along, okay, we are going to go talk to this terrifying gentleman who is occupying the space in between the garages, I think they are. A helmet is an important tool for shock protection. Well, I couldn't have said it better myself. It's good to let your Pokemon have one, too. And we get ourselves the Rocky Helmet. Now, the Rocky Helmet is a supremely good item. Like, they just hand you very solid items in the entirety of Pokemon Black and White, but the trade-off is that you're actually going to need them. So the Rocky Helmet is a phenomenal item where if your Pokemon is holding it, if it takes a physical attack, it will damage the Pokemon that attacked it. Super nice item, super good defensively. If you let a Pokemon hold a Rocky Helmet, the foe will also be damaged if that foe move makes physical contact. Boy, I wish there was some, narrator breaking the fourth wall that could have explained that before I did. Anywho, so that is an absolutely useful item, and honestly, that's probably going to be going on Morpha once Morpha actually gets some, defense. But since Morpha has no such thing right now, well, Morpha's got okay defenses. It's really just HP. Morpha's very frail right now. All right, that's why we have to switch train. My dad is working at a gym. I'm receiving special training there. Oh, buddy, do you need to talk about something? Anywho, all right, youngster Albert. And he wants to battle. And he's got... look at this little guy. This is a Pokemon we haven't seen thus far. This is Joltik. And what... my goodness, is he okay? He's just standing there. Oh, well, I guess a nerve makes an awful lot of sense. Can we... no. Okay, look. I was really going to go, like, hard into it and be like, oh, yeah, no, this... Morpha's finally on level 24. Morpha's going to be able to, like, deal with this thing because it's on the similar level. But then I realized that, bug types versus psychic types really just aren't a good matchup, and Morpha's already pretty weak, so we're just gonna have to kind of skip over poor Morpha because we're not gonna get a lot of experience points from a Joltik. I would assume. Yeah. I mean, 231. That's iffy at best. We are gonna switch Morpha back out in. Great sentence structure, I must say. All right, for a Dwebble, and nothing we haven't seen before, but it's like, all right, it's just one more Pokemon, so we can take care of this thing. Soon, Morpha will be able to battle things on his own, and that will be a beautiful day when it comes. But it is not this day. I need to watch Lord of the Rings in like a couple months now, and I got it on my brain for some reason. We're gonna go ahead and water pulse. Its thing's probably got sturdy, so it's gonna be annoying and, you know, live with 1 HP. Look at that. Look at that. Would have been nice in a Nuzlocke, I'll tell you that much. Oh, but he got confused. Hit yourself. That is Skipper. That is Skipper leading. That is a true leader right there. Skipper got around sturdy. Dad, I couldn't win. Oh, now I feel horrible about it. But Skipper really just exhibiting the true qualities of a leader right there. Man, that is why I named him Skipper, because I knew he was going to be a good captain. All right, and what do you have to say? Honestly, this ain't too shabby of a way to spend some time. Just, you know, looking out over the water, watching the boats pass by, the work going on. For a few loads, send it by Pokemon. For a lot of loads, send it by ship. I'm going to recuse myself from commenting. Use the best method for your needs. Thanks, pal. We are gonna go ahead. Oh, look at that. See, my instincts don't lie. Now, I'm slowly getting. Back in my day, there was no item finder. Well, there was no dowsing machine. There was an item finder. My instincts are still kind of on point. And I'm just starting to utilize the technology to really capitalize on them. I think that's kind of how I'm looking at it now. Even though I am, you know, using a. Don't you tell me. Don't you give me that hope. That is a trash can down there. The dowsing machine is pointing straight down. Don't give me the hope that there's an item in a trash can finally. Well, oh, I thought we were going to have to battle to get to the trash can. That's a little disappointing, actually. You can get to the cold storage through the gap between the fence and the container over there. Thanks. I couldn't have guessed. They got a nice, ooh, they got the cold machine. Oh, they got cold storage vendy, boys. You guys want anything? That's really nice because you can just get lemonades, just off it. It's in the trash can. I don't think I'm ready for this. Let's see. What are we getting? A pee up! Okay, that right there literally justified every single trash can I have looked in this entire playthrough so far. So we got a pee up out of that. Now, here in cold storage, you can find, there's some grass here, which I would think would be an OSHA violation, but then again, the Pokemon world is no stranger to OSHA violations. But I really do feel like this would be a hostile work environment. But you can find new Pokemon around here, such as Vanillite, which, yeah, it's an ice cream cone. What do you want me to say? Vanillite, despite getting tons of backlash, much like Trubbish did when this game first came out, I absolutely adore this little guy. And it's a very good... Oh, we couldn't even get away. That's a travesty. Morpha, you're so weak. Vanillite is a pure Ice-type Pokemon, and it's an actually pretty decent Ice-type Pokemon at that. There aren't... My goodness, come on, bro! Like, let's get out of here, Morpha. There aren't many, like, super decent pure Ice types, but Vanillite's pretty good. It does still have all the weaknesses and caveats that come with a pure Ice type. However, it's got some pretty good special attack, and I'll tell you what, all things considered, it's not a terrible... It's not terrible at tanking hits either. They're pretty quick. I used one in previous playthroughs. Absolutely love that thing. It evolves twice, too, so it's a, 3-stage Pokemon. So if you're looking for something, in the realm of ice that you've never used a pure ice-type Pokemon before, and you don't usually get ice types this early either in Pokemon games, so I 100% recommend that thing. Wish we were actually using one for this playthrough, but all of our ice needs are probably going to be covered by Skipper, so we're pretty good on that front. But I do recommend utilizing one if you can, because it's a dope Pokemon. And perspective! I just love this game and everything about it. Oh, and there's bridges and industry and machines and structures. It's like everything you could ever want in like a okay, you gotta zen out. Okay, that was our daily allotment of gushing over 5th gen graphics. The pure chill of cold storage. Dazed out gold it is. All right, and I probably could have phrased that a little better as well. But worker Eddie. Hey Eddie, what are you doing over there? And he's got his he's got all of his cold gear on. And I'm actually flabbergasted we're still running into monkeys, so how about that? It's going down. I'm yelling timber. Take that, Eddie. Jilly, I feel a shiver pass along my spine. All right, quite the blue-collar Eddie over here. He's the everyman. You can relate to him. All right, so we got some deep grass over here, which means you can run into, you know, like double battles. And honestly, other than like Vanillite, I don't think there's really anything worth highlighting in here. I don't even know if there's anything new in here. But there is an item that we can pick up right here, and it's a dive ball. Hey, not too shabby. We get some pretty nifty balls. Well, oh, I could have phrased that better. We find some pretty nifty Pokeballs just lying around. Bro, chill. It's called Double Slap. What are you doing? I'm just trying to get out of here. Oh my goodness. That was vile. Very rarely do I get hit with more than 2 with the double slap, but I got hit with 5. Alrighty. I didn't think it would be necessary to use a repel, considering there wasn't that much grass, but once again, Gen 5 proving me absolutely wrong. We are going to go heal up just a little bit because some of my Pokemon have suffered some, what I would consider unreasonable damages. So we're going to go ahead, heal these guys up. And we're going to move right along, hopefully avoiding grass from here on out. Because the last thing I want is to run into more wild Pokemon. All right, surely you're going to want to battle. Or maybe not. Maybe we're just going to run into Sharon. Maniac, where? Do you think Team Plasma could be in there? I don't like cold places, but we have to check. What a bother. Oh, so it's like Sharon is to cold what I am to sand. Oh, I get it. Oh, that's it? Do you want to say anything else? All right, Maniac, let's get this over with. I can't with you watching me. Stop. All right, what do you have to say? The reason why Clay is having you look for Team Plasma is because he is testing your abilities. Oh. Gee, like there's no other way he could do that. Hey, howdy, young ones. I'm testing your abilities to make sure you're able to take on my gym by making you go after criminals. That's the winning strategy for sure. And yes, there was a patch of grass over there to the left, but I don't want to deal with that right now. Well, still. Is there anything more important than strength for trainers? Oh, Sharon! I love when you talk like that. I'm getting like Kaiba and Vegeta vibes out of him from this. That's why he has the cool voice and the nerd voice right there. Like the champion said? Oh, I'll never understand just by thinking about it. What a bother. Let's hurry up and check the inside. Yeah, all right. And so, hey, welcome to Cold Storage, where we will be running into various things like workers and ice puzzles. When you walk through the containers, some places are frozen, so you go sliding around. Yeah, again, I feel like this is a big OSHA violation. Just you know, staring at us in the face. But we come over here, get ourselves a net ball. Once again, like Pokeballs just being plentiful. You can't really do anything from this side. Strategically placed boxes help with ice puzzles. And if you guys know anything about your friendly neighborhood POKEMANIAC, it is that I am pretty bad at ice puzzles. So we're gonna see how this goes. Okay, so that first one, I think I handled that very tactfully. You know, not so bad if I do say so myself. And let's get into a battle. When it's cold, wear a lot of clothes. Only humans could come up with something so clever. Yeah, well, clever, sure. I guess that's pretty clever. I mean, to be fair, no other animal in the animal kingdom has, you know, thought about, you know, using plants or skinning other animals and wearing their fur to keep warm. So, it's a pretty good accomplishment if you ask me. So, again, we are fighting elemental monkeys still. I don't get this. I don't get this at all. But do what you gotta do, I suppose. This thing is really not intimidating, whereas K. Rool is very intimidating, and he only serves to get even more intimidating as he goes. He doesn't even care. Still got his arms crossed. He don't care. He's looking at you like you're a piece of meat. All right. And get rid of that, the enemy quirked up monkey. Get us a nice chunk of experience points. We are going to throw Morpha up against a Timber. Again, I don't think Morpha's ready to take on a Timber. Morpha's got the advantage when it comes. Yeah, I mean, he's only got hidden power, so I don't even have a move that's like super effective. Now, I'm not gonna throw out K. Rool like I did against the that other Timber that the other worker had, because I kind of forgot that Timber was a dark type Pokemon. So I don't. Ooh, okay, I guess Timber was just using low kick anyway. So maybe he was trying to predict me. Maybe the worker, like, hey, Eddie gets on his walkie-talkie. He's like, "Hey, pal, you got this kid. He's gonna switch out. He's stupid enough to switch out a Krokorok on you, Timber. So go ahead and predict him by using a low kick." Over. All right. Anywho, take that, Victor. We struggle in vain at the end. Oh, geez, oh man, that sounded like it was like a speech and it went by like lightning speed. Okay, well, whatever. All right, moving right along. Different pathways and the stupid ice puzzles. Like, what I get. Okay. Oh man, can I actually go? I can't actually go. No, I cannot. So that simplifies the process quite a bit. So I'm not gonna complain too much. We're gonna come up here, get ourselves into another battle. What do you got? You're pretty energetic considering the cold. I pressed the A button way too fast. Let me talk. I'm talking here. All right? Gotta slow down a little bit. Don't mash your buttons, okay? I got something to say. Let's warm up with a Pokemon battle. Probably shouldn't have said that to a 13-year-old. All right. Anywho, worker Glenn. Okay. What? Does everyone just have an elemental monkey and a Timber? Is that really what we're getting into? Like, really? Is that it? All right. Morpha's close to leveling up, so maybe Morpha will learn a good move. Geez, Skipper's really our only option here, isn't he? Against the Panpour still. But then again, you know, our quirked up Mojo Jojo is just a little too, you know. Oh, man. All right, we got scalded. I was worried about this. So we've been over scald before. Shoot, that's actually like a huge issue. Hope you brought a burn heal. Let's see if we actually do have anything that can, oh, wait, we do have burn heals. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and heal up Skipper because, honestly, our best bet against this Panpour is using Revenge. And, being burned cuts our attack, so, you know, it's not much of a revenge. Revenge is a dish best served... Revenge is a dish best served cold, so I would hope... So we can't be burned while we're serving it. Ah! Okay. No, that's cool. That's cool. Man, it still did half. That's not too shabby. All right, but we do need another heal. We're gonna go ahead and use our last Lemonade. Go ahead and heal Skipper up. That did about half, so honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and just use Revenge again. Not worth wasting the time, honestly. Did that do 10 HP? Oh my gosh! That's nuts! Alright, so don't flinch, Skipper. Okay, good. Attaboy! That's the Skipper we all know and love. Even though he's burned and, you know, the life's getting him down and beating him down, he don't care. He'll get through it. Alright, and, there we go, Morpha. Actually learning a decent move. We don't know what hidden power this is yet, so I'm going to keep it. Charm, we are going to get rid of. It could be useful, but I don't see us using Charm very much. You know, it could be useful, though. Timber, yeah, we're going to go ahead and switch. We're going to see if Morpha can't actually take down a Timber by himself now. So, Psyshock is a pretty crazy move. I think it was... Shoot, was it introduced in this gen or was it in 4th gen? It might have been 4th gen, but Psyshock is a really cool move. So, it uses your special attack, but it uses your opponent's physical defense instead of special defense when dealing the damage. So this can be an extremely useful move, and really, like, you know, catch your opponents off guard. Should they, that's still a lot of damage. Should they be expecting a special attack, coming from a Psychic-type Pokemon, which makes total sense. And whoa! Morpha! Nice, 420 XP. Where did that come from, bro? Dude! Morpha's like first battle, and it's a one-hit KO! What? Where'd that come from, little guy? Dude, I'm so proud of you! Oh, Morpha! Oh, the little baby of our team, he's like just throwing, I was gonna say throwing punches, but he really doesn't have anything to throw a punch with. But yeah, I guess that makes sense. I mean, considering Morpha's like redonkulous special attack stat, like that's so nuts. Like, okay, let's do a little comparison right here. So Morpha on level 25 has 69 special attack. Nice. Skipper's got 55. Well, obviously K. Rool's not gonna have great special attack. Even though it's his. Jeez, oh man. Really got the short end of the stick there, didn't you, K-Roll? But his attack is 56, and he's an evolved Pokemon, so his attack isn't even as strong as Morpha's special attack. And let's see, Mojo Jojo's giving him a run for his money, though. He being all quirky, and really strange that Mojo Jojo's attack is that much higher than his special attack. I always thought, you know, Mojo Jojo would be a special attacker, but whatever. But yeah, so Morpha absolutely killing it. Running the game already. So we're gonna go ahead. I am the best at ice puzzles. I am the best at ice puzzles. All right, I solved one. Okay, let me guess. Monkey plus timber. Although I am in cold storage, my heart is burning. All right, let's see. I'll make sure your Pokemon are burning here in a second. That was cruel. Oh my goodness. All right, Worker Felipe. All right, and oh no, he's throwing us a curveball. He's got us. Ooh, ew. Oh, it's gross. What? Oh my goodness. His proportions are all wrong. He looks like tapioca pudding. What's going on with this guy? All right, so say hello to Girder. This is the evolved form of Timber. If you couldn't guess, and he's a beast. He's ugly looking guy, but my goodness, can he packs a punch. That's for all true. And he's got a clown nose, so. Morpha just became a threat. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Morpha just took that thing down with one hit like it was nothing. Oh no. That's the proper reaction there, Felipe. Dude, that was nuts. Okay, I'm glad Girder was already wearing a clown nose because my goodness, so you really accented that there. Let's go ahead and heal Morpha up. My goodness, that is so that's nuts. That is nuts how strong Morpha is right now. That's so glad this. Oh, it's been so long since I've used one. But Morpha's one of my favorite like psychic type Pokemon. Like period. Well, we'll continue with the Morpha stories. Well, I guess Solosis is, one of my favorite psychic type Pokemon. The best trainer of ice type Pokemon in the cold storage, that's me. All right, I'm glad you actually have some ice type Pokemon, because, I mean, Arceus knows no one else did. All right, Patton, let's see. All right, Vanillite. All right. Ooh, bars, baby, bars. Go ahead, throw Morph out here. It's not this wisest thing, but we're going to go ahead and test Morpha's hidden power right here. So, Ice is weak to a couple of specific things. So, Fire, Fighting, and Rock. Fire, Fighting, Rock, off the top of my head. So, we can actually determine if it is any of one of those because of how specific Ice is. Or if it's not very effective, we can venture some guesses from there. So let's go ahead, and I don't think Vanillite is a threat. We're also faster than it, geez. So let's listen. Interesting. So it's super effective against ice types. I'm hoping it's fire. It's like Autumn reincarnated. But I'm hoping it's fire, but it could still be fighting or rock. Rock would probably be the most disappointing, just because it's not super strong against things that I would be concerned about. However, if it is hidden power fighting, we have... Oh no, I will train even harder for the Icarus Gym. What the heck is the Icarus Gym? I don't know. I don't know. All right, maybe it's related because he says he's an ice-type trainer, but... Anywho. Gonna go ahead and grab ourselves an ice heal. Very on theme, I suppose. But not really, because this guy has been the only one with an ice type Pokemon so far. But yeah, so interestingly enough, if I actually Fire's useful because it deals with like a lot of different things. However, if it's fighting, we have a way to deal with dark types in a pinch, which would be really, really nice. And also like steel types, which we can't normally hit super good. But I mean, if it's fire, it's good against steel type anyway. So, but very, very interesting. I'm glad we tested it on that Vanillite. So, coming back around here, we've looped around. This is where we kind of started, as you can see. So we slid across to the right when we got here, and now we are going all the way up. All right, and okay, here's another guy. Maybe he'll have another ice-type Pokemon, or more Pokemon you can experiment on. Ready to battle? I feel this on like a spiritual level. I'm not a cold type of person. I'm not a cold lover. As much as I, harp on, sand being coarse and rough and getting everywhere, I would take the desert climate over, tundra, I suppose, any day of the week. Any day. I'd rather be warm than freezing cold, so. And I say warm specifically, like I wouldn't want to be like too hot all the time, because everyone always gets on me about that, and they think they're so clever because it's like, oh, would you rather be too hot or too cold? And it's like, I really hate the feeling of cold. Like, I can deal with like some heat, okay? And it's like, if I say that, it's like, well, but here's the thing, you could always put on more layers, but you can only take off so much. It's like, yeah, I get it, but we have fans, we have freezers, we have swimming pools, they're bodies of water that we can just swim in, we have ice packs, we have air conditioners, okay? Yeah, you're not super smart because you're like, oh, what are you gonna peel off your skin? No! I'm not gonna peel off my skin, all right? But I don't like being cold. I feel like I can deal with the heat better than the cold, except when I'm sleeping, though. That's like probably the one area where it's like, I cannot, I wouldn't be able to handle like heat all the time. Like I need to be like refrigerated in order to sleep, basically. That's actually kind of the like how cold I need it to properly sleep. I'm shivering. Oh, I'm so cold. I'm shivering. Oh, I love making references. All right, go ahead and come over here. Pick up a Hyper Pot Ion, which is good to replace the one that we used earlier. And honestly, we're probably actually going to be using it right now. And now let's keep the Hyper Potions for a little bit, because those will be useful even after we level up a little bit more. Moo Milk, I mean, we bought a dozen of them, and they're readily available at the mart, but it's like, I don't know, guys. Like, I know it's so easy to get Moo Milk at the market, but I don't know. I get nervous going to the market because that's, that's where we met Charles, so I'm kind of scared that we're, going to bump into each other again, and it'll be awkward. I know I'm joking, but if a lot of times that kind of stuff happens where you might avoid going to places on the off chance you might bump into someone, and that could be anything, something from like a previous relationship or someone you just don't want to interact with. But my advice for something like that is don't give another person that type of power over you. If you want to go somewhere, just go. I mean, like, if you want to do something, do it. It's within your power. Don't give another human being the power to prevent you from going somewhere you would go otherwise. I mean that from like like an emotional standpoint. Like, if you get kicked out of somewhere, I don't know what to tell you. All right. Anywho. We didn't have any philosophy bombs this episode, so I'll drop one on you right there. Oh, is someone in there? No. But the only place in cold storage we haven't searched is here, right? Maybe. All right. What's wrong? Aren't you going to check the inside? Why don't you go first? I'll bring up the rear. I'll watch your six, buddy. All right, so Sharon, nice one, dude. Really making a good display. I know I'm like stronger than you and everything, but it's still not a good look to make the lady go first into a potentially dangerous situation. My goodness. All right, so what are our Pokemon looking like? Obviously, they're setting us up for, some sort of confrontation. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and go into this shipping container, which I don't know. Looks bad on the outside. Let's see what they did. I watched tiny houses. Not willingly, mind you. I feel that. I feel that, bro. All of you, hunters around me. I can't take this cold. And he's making all the grunts. They're all huddled together for body heat. Ugh, whatever. I can't believe you were really hiding. It's a bother, but if you're cold, shall I show you outside? Was that supposed to be like an 80s phrase or something? But, Sharon, here, okay, Sharon, when it comes to, like, cool phrases, you know, like, taglines that you can say to make it feel like an action movie, it should be something more like a, it's a bother, but if you're cold, I could bring the heat. Like that! That is a cool, that's an action phrase right there. That's an 80s movie action phrase, Sharon, all right? Like, just, I know, I don't want to, like, you know, humiliate you, you know, in front of the enemy or whatever. You know, I don't want to, like, undermine you or what, but, like, let's be a little cooler here, all right? in cold storage, we need to be a little cooler, all right? Pokemon are king's friends. While we are taking care of them, we can't let any harm come to them here. Everyone, drive these intruders away. Understood, Zinzalin of the Seven Sages. Thank you. I know my own name. You don't have to announce it every time you speak to me. Put 'em up, because here we come. All right. Oh, put 'em up. Now, see, Sharon, that is like a cool phrase. That's like a typical goon phrase. Put 'em up. Like, that classic. They know what they're talking about. Maniac. Where? Let's take care of one side. Let's each take care of one side. Okay. Oh, I suppose I'm getting the 4. That's fine. Whatever. All right. So we are going to be doing battle here. Fortunately, they let us take our time and pick which ones we want. Actually, Sharon, I feel like you've got a handle on this. So you can wrap up here, bud. Oh, jeez, they're actually going to let me leave. All right, of course I'm not going to abandon my best friend here. One of my 2 best friends here. In this group, I'm fairly strong, and that's a fact. That's no lie. All right, and once again, this is it, boys. This is why we play Pocket Monsters, is to take down Team Plasma Grunts. Ooh, and he's going to send himself out a Watchog. That is actually remarkably intimidating when it comes to our little Morpha here. Because Watchogs do carry the potential to have, like, crunch and bite and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to go ahead and get K-Rool out here. A nice Intimidate should, you know, make our job a whole heck of a lot easier. The Intimidate plus Eviolite is such a deadly... oh, wow. Well, I guess it doesn't matter at all. Intimidate plus the Dingle-Dangle... Eviolite plus Intimidate, that's what I'm trying to say, is quite the combination. Hypnosis, come on, man. That's lame. K-Rool, I feel like Ash talking to Charizard right now. I feel like the Hypnosis the Hypnosis didn't even hit. It was just K-Rool wanting to take a nap in the middle of battle because that's how he is. Okay, so we do have some Chesto Berries. I guess we're going to have to go ahead and utilize one of those. As annoying as that is, but we do need K-Rool alert and focused. Super Fang, like I said, the reason why it didn't matter that we intimidated it is because Super Fang is always going to take half of your opponent's HP, regardless. Which is a really nifty tool for catching wild Pokemon with, but in battle, I can't imagine it being super useful. All right, so Scraggy's coming out. We're going to take a risk, all right? This is what is called a calculated risk, gentlemen. So we have Morpha here. We have already determined that Morpha's hidden power is super effective against ice. Now, Scraggy, being the fighting and dark type, is going to reveal one of 2 things. So, if it is rock, it's not going to be very effective, and if it is dark, it is not going to be very effective. However, if it is fire, this will be neutral. So we are going to get a step closer to understanding what our hidden power is. I am hoping it is super effective, because then that means our hidden power is fighting, because Scraggy is part dark type. Scraggy is part dark type, yes. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to tank this because Morph is a beast. Ow! Oh, it was a crit. I choose to believe that mattered a lot. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get Skipper out here because Skipper cleans up, all right? Yeah, we're not going to bother with a revenge, honestly. It would be super effective, but I think a Razor Shell is, you know, effective enough to take out a level 23 Scraggy, honestly. So, take that. Long live Team Plasma! I love the dedication these guys have to their cause. They just yell out, like... The Pokemon that work with people may look like they're having fun, but the truth is, they're really suffering. There's no doubt about it. All right. Don't know why he turned into Bill Burr halfway through there. All right, we're gonna go ahead and use a revive. Where are you? There you are. Use a revive here. We're not gonna use a revival herb because I want Morpha to like me. I have a horrible, crippling anxiety about my Pokemon liking me. So we're gonna cater to that, maybe just a little bit. And go ahead and heal up our monsters who have fought valiantly. And we are going to move on to the next grunt, because that's what we do. All right. For this group, I'm pretty strong. I hope you know that. I hope you... Jeez, they're all probably going to... I'm the third strongest mole in the cave, guys. I tell you what. All right, Team Plasma grunt once again, but she's only got one pocket monster, and it is a Lipard. Muy interesante. Now, this thing probably does have Fake Out. On the off chance it doesn't use it, though, we're going to go ahead and test out our Hidden Power once again. If it is neutral, that means it's either Fire or Rock. If it is super effective, it is Fighting. Fingers crossed. Okay, Fake Out, I figured. Don't... Ew. It looked like... Why did it look like it, like, slapped Morpha's, like, butt there? That was... Ooh, don't do that. Torment's fine. We haven't used the move yet, so... Come on, super effective, super effective, super effective, super effective. Okay, no, that's cool. That's cool. That's interesting. So I would have really preferred it to be fighting, but it's okay. It doesn't need to be fighting. We have counters for, you know, dark types. That is the second time we have been predicted by some random pocket monster with Pursuit. That's annoying. All right, well, with the power of Fupa, we're gonna go ahead here in a Flame Burst. We're going to set the cat on fire. Setting the cat on fire, we shall. All right. Good job, Mojo Jojo, getting to level 30. This is fine. I don't mind giving Mojo Jojo a little bit of screen time, just because he's probably not gonna get much in the next episode. In the middle of the night, we gathered all the Pokemon we stole in front of the container so that we could transport them all at the same time. Then Clay, that old guy, found us. We had been captured. Thank you for spilling all of the beans there. We're going to go ahead and use our last revive. Oh, man, I really don't want to utilize the herbs because I want my Pokemon to love me. Hey, ooh, Genius Swing. You know what? We're going to go ahead and give that to Morpha. There we go. Not too shabby. May as well use it while we got it. Go ahead. We're going to heal up. And let us go take on the next grunt. And hopefully Morpha can survive a battle. That would be really nice. In my own way, I'm a strong part of this Team Plasma group. Yeah, I bet you are. I bet you are. Not just saying that. To be fair, though, if you're protecting one of the, you know, seven sages or whatever it is, maybe you are part, you know, a pretty important, or at least a scaled level of grunt. All right, but you got a Trubbish. That's not too bad. Sludge. That's actually gonna hurt a little bit, but not as much as this is gonna hurt. Let me tell you. Oh, yeah. Has there been a Pokemon that that Morpha has hit that, like, hasn't, like, went down in one hit? That's nuts, dude. I mean, like, when we were experimenting with Hidden Power, sure. I wonder why. I'm getting sleepy for some... do not go to sleep. Okay, wow, you need to go outside, like, legitimately. Oh, no. Oh, that's awful. I'm getting a little sleepy in this cold. I don't quite understand why. You're getting hypothermia. Do not, under any circumstances, go to sleep in the freezing cold. Jeez, oh man. You know, unless you're, you know, next to something that, you know, warms you. Whew, you might not wake up there.
I'm one of the toughest members of Team Plasma here.
All right, you just par for the course. I wonder if old Sharon over there has been dealing with the, pretty tough ones for this group, all things considered. All right, and a Sandile. You know what? That actually might be, that alone might make you like the toughest of the group, honestly. It doesn't have Intimidate, which means this thing's got Moxie, so we do not want to, we do not want to let this thing KO any of our Pokemon. But we're gonna go ahead and show, we're gonna show this thing what a real, croc with an alligator with an alligator with an attitude. Looks like there's got to be some sort of phrasing I can come up with. After a while, crocodile. A dude with a tude. That's always a good fallback. Show you what a real dude with a tude looks like. Yeah, we'll go with that. All right, we're gonna show you what a real dude with it. Oh, it's already dead. Shoot. Okay. Watchog. That's fine. We're gonna go ahead and switch out to Morpha. Our dude with a tude can go back into his Pokeball. And I love that we caught Morph on a Heal Ball. Reminds me of Jerry every time we throw him out. And it just makes sense, Like, it's all mystical and stars come out and everything. We don't have seals in this game, which, I don't necessarily know why I'm complaining about that, because I absolutely neglected the seals when we did have them. And, woo! Okay, glad we switched out there. That is kind of scary that a level 23 Watchog has Crunch. That would have absolutely, it would have eaten Morph in one bite. And, okay, that's actually annoying. So this thing actually lived somehow, and now Skipper's a little confused. We're going to go ahead and Water Pulse this thing. I believe Skipper will break through on the next turn. I meant on the next turn. You just didn't let me finish my sentence there. So, yeah. Just like that. See, that's the other thing, too. Skipper loves to play with his prey. Honestly, it gives them a false sense of security. Like, maybe there's a chance. If you take something away, I'll take it back. Remember that. Yeah, he loves toying with his toying with his prey. So just giving him a false sense of security before you bat, because he wants them to not just be defeated. He wants them soundly defeated. So cold. How can I win when I'm shivering so hard? All right, and, oh, well, look who decided to join the party. Well, I'll be hiding in a chilly old place like this. You guys, take these Pokemon robbers. And look at that. Like, this is very interesting. So, first off, kudos to Clay. He doesn't mess around. He actually apprehends the criminals. Which is rather interesting. Did more than any other gym leader could have possibly done. But something else I would like to point out. This is like the third instance where we have been teamed up with gym leaders to, I don't want to say enforce the law per se, but like we've teamed up with gym leaders to like, I don't really know how to say it, like uphold justice. We're the ones, there's no police force or anything, but it seems like the gym leaders have an active role as like the protectors of the community, which is another dynamic I really would like to see them bring back in Pokemon. Like the gym leaders aren't just, people who have set up shop, in a community. They're actually like leaders in the community. And because they're the strongest trainer in the community, like their responsibility is that they handle the protection, keeping the community safe. They get looked up to, so they need to, show that they can protect the people by being the strongest, which it's like, it's something like that that's just like, it's a logical movement and seems really obvious after the fact. Like that totally makes sense. And in the anime, you see that kind of stuff all the time. Like, gym leaders being a part of the community and stepping up and, fighting off Team Rocket or, what have you. But yeah, so it's just like, they're really integrated. This feels like a real place. Their gyms are like staples of towns in like every Pokemon game, but this one, it actually feels like it's integrated into whatever community that it's in. Like the gym leaders actually have jobs. They're actually serving a purpose, a secondary purpose, other than just being the gym leader. And their gyms do like double duty, as you know, whether it be like a museum or whether it be a restaurant or whether it be an art museum. And also, they are like the protectors. They're the actual leaders of the community. So, absolutely love that. Really wish that that would come back. Like, I cannot get enough of this.
You guys, take these Pokemon robbers.
Roger! I don't know why I said it like that, but whatever. Breakfast! All right, make sure that one doesn't fall asleep, if and you could. Ugh! All right, good. Oh, man, just, yeah. Hog tie him and throw him in the streets there, Clay. All right.
Yeehaw! You guys ain't so bad.
Aw, shucks, thanks. That's probably the nicest thing we're gonna get at. Closest thing to a compliment we're gonna get out of his mouth.
Yup, promise is a promise. Come on and challenge my gym. Get out there and eat some beans by the fire. Whatever cowboys do.
Whatever. Team Plasma's ideal. Separating people in Pokemon. It's exactly the same as not having Pokemon in this world at all. Yeah. Gee. Wouldn't that just be an absolute travesty if Pokemon weren't in your world? Boy, couldn't imagine life without IRL Pokemon. Would be the most miserable existence I can imagine. That bunch is a waste of oxygen. Dang, Sharon. All right, but bro, dude's like real moody. I kind of dig it though. Maniac. Where? It's so cold. I'm getting out of here. All right, see you, Sharon.
I was born in the cold, sculpted by it.
All right, and probably the most important thing we are here for is Never Melt Ice. Never mind, that is not the item I thought it was. Kind of anticlimactic, actually. But Never Melt Ice is a pretty good item. As it implies, it is ice that never melts, and it is a hold item. Much like the Mystic Water or the, sand or the Black Glasses, Never Melt Ice will increase the power of Ice-type moves. So, how about that? And with that, is that everything in cold storage? Let me do a quick run around. Alrighty, guys, super important here. I almost left cold storage without doing this. I did a quick scan. I knew I was missing this, but I didn't really want to give it away. You can kind of see right there between the girder and those brown boxes, there is an item over there. In order to get that, you actually have to slide a little bit more precisely. Come on down here and pick up TM55 Scald, which we have talked about before. I legit almost left this place without it, which would have been an absolute travesty. Where that Never Melt Ice was, I thought that's where Scald was. So, my memory deceived me. But I had to do a quick scan of this place to make sure that I picked that up because I knew I was missing it. So Scald is a move that we have talked about in depth already before. But it is probably like the best water type move, like period. I don't think there's a better move here. Base 80 power, 100% accuracy, 30% chance to burn. Absolutely, we are getting that on Skipper. Lickety split. And we are going to go ahead and we are going to get rid of Water Pulse. Water Pulse, while it has been a phenomenal move, Skipper loves confusing opponents' Pokemon. He's really good at that. With Scald, Burn is so much more preferable to Confusion. It's not even close. So now Skipper has probably his best weapon in his arsenal, so not too shabby at all. And with that, guys, we are going to go ahead and throw up a Repel Up and see if there's an item over here before we end off this episode, because this actually went on like a heck of a lot longer than I thought it was gonna. That was just cold storage. I didn't expect it to go this long. But running right up here, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves a heart scale, which is going to be useful later. And we can't access this garage, but that's a-okay. So we are going to go ahead and end off the episode here. And in the next episode, since we've got permission,
it's finally time to go take on the Cowboy Clay.
So if you guys liked what you saw, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, like, dislike, whatever you're feeling like. And until next time, all you heartbreakers, I will catch you later. Sharon is a big ol' nerd. Bianca, flighty as a bird. Juniper really likes to yap. Then there's me, the Pokemaniac.